Maximus Analysis here for July 5th, 2016, and we had a small pullback. Again, I'm using the weekly so we make sure that we're not just looking at individual days and we're looking at the big picture of what's going on. After last week's big move up, again, we need to see if they stay, and I need them to stay over this 2050, 2043 area all week. Don't want them to get back into this type of movement. Definitely don't want them to get back under 2022 and close. Again, it's the big thing is close. So right now they didn't even get to the 2071 area, but they sold off a little bit into the morning, but it wasn't anything really significant because if looking at the daily time frame, you can see this is our 2080 area, and they gave a little sell signal. Sell signal means that they're breaking below the previous high. So a daily sell signal means that they broke the previous, let me go back. A sell signal is break of a previous low. So the previous low was 2100.75. They got below that today. So that's why I'm saying when there's a sell signal. They're right about at 78.6% retracement of this Brexit flush down. But right now we need to see if they're going to stay above at least these levels, and these are levels I was just talking about, and we'll continue to watch. But again, if you look on the intraday time frame of a 15-minute, you can see that they recovered pretty well, double bottomed here, and we'll see where they go. Again, that's the 200-day moving average, just to put it at 2092, and we'll continue to watch here because again we didn't really have that much of a sell-off with a lot of different names. Not a lot of names popped up, but I didn't really see any carnage per se in any names besides Tesla a little bit, but they recovered pretty well going into the latter half of the day. Netflix NQ on the daily time frame, we have to see again, we're in this lower high region and we're right back into this triangle that we did not want to see. Again, this is the bull trend line that I have here from this lows. You would, if you guys didn't see it, it is on the newsletter that I posted, this one. So again, you will have that material if you choose to get the free newsletter at your disposal, so you can kind of look at the stuff, and we'll be doing this as well. They're holding the 200-day moving average. They got, again, a sell signal on the weekly. But, again, out of all of them, the weekly on the NASDAQ is like, okay, they're holding it, held this level. One or two closes actually below it would give me more confidence than just tapping it. But they want to hold. We look back to the left, we want to hold this 43.25 level and not close below it. Again, this is an open candle on the weekly, so they could shoot back up and break above here quite easily. So we have to see, we have support, we have resistance, tightening. We have to see which way they're gonna go. The YM, again, we're right at the midpoint that we've had for years actually, but it's still relevant, so we're going to keep it there on the weekly, and we want to see if they have this retracement. Is this just a bull flag for more upside potential, or they're going to start playing games like we did last year around this, not around this time, but around the third quarter of last year, fourth quarter last year. CL gave a big move to the downside today, almost down. And this is the verbiage that I had on the newsletter, so please get it. But you can see here, putting in proper levels, seeing that they need to hold this 46, 47 level. And I also tweeted that one out as well. You can see right here, this is our line in the sand, and they don't want to break this low back below. So let's look at a couple names. Matter of fact, before the names, we still have movement on gold. This is the gold futures. Again, if you ever want to look in during the videos, what symbol I'm talking about, it'll always be in this little upper left hand corner. Okay, so you can see the time frame. This is daily time frame futures and the gold. Okay, with that being said, they're continuing to move up. Looking at the weekly time frame for gold, you can see that I thought that they will pull back. Again, I don't chase, but they haven't pulled back yet. So again, they're making nice movement to the upside, and we just want to see them hold above this level right here. Again, more verbiage that I put on the newsletter as here. So again, email me, MaximusAnalysis@gmail.com. I'm actually getting my website sorted out as well, but it'll be giving this content as well, plus some some stock tips for some potential plays. So crude is down. We have gold moving up. We have the bonds, which we'll actually look at the TLT, which is common, the ETF, still breaking above previous highs. This is the weekly for that. So you see they broke sideways, broke up, and we still have. So I'm that correlation, again, sometimes if you're looking for a fundamental correlation or correlation between the stock market and crude or whatever, there's no perfect one. So again, they could continue like that. You might listen, if you dig hard enough, you're going to find some explanation regarding this movement. But again, it's still kind of odd to me. But hey, it is what it is, and we'll continue to watch price action, and we have our levels in place. So what was up today was Amazon. Again, on the weekly time frame, you can see they're holding this level, and they need to continue to hold it. On the daily time frame, they're a little longer the tooth right now in regards to this retracement from these levels, but still fine. Again, would prefer not to have this action roll in. And again, those people that have the newsletter understand that I did some educational stuff on uptrends or downtrends, but healthy versus kind of a grinding mode. So I don't like this grinding mode, but we'll take what we can get. You also had Netflix, which I think has some Comcast deal. So you saw a lot of violence it ended up at like 10 o'clock. You saw a lot of movement. You can see that 15-minute candle. Was it 10 o'clock? No, 12 o'clock. Just shot up. I think that was based on the Comcast and then just went dead. So also had a level of $100.80 that it got to. And again, it seemed like it could have been a pretty good thing to fade. But again, we'll watch because the daily candle is a little bit overextended, and you do not want to sell signal underneath these lows, okay? And you got high volume. We wanted to use the start versus at the end. You typically see the high volume as well. Price line was up $7, still in this retracement mode, testing the 200-day moving average. Declining volume. We'll continue to see if they're going to get back up to this Brexit gap down level, but right now I would not be going long this just because I don't want to chase it. So we'll see if they have any more juice to the downside. You have also, last but not least, I will do Tesla, and Tesla gave a couple of mixed signals. So when I talk about capitulation, that means that they're running up, and when you have a bar this big for Friday's action, you want to see a gap up. Now they gap down to, basically almost like $3. So I don't know where this one is going, what the strength is, but you do not want to see a break below this this move, because remember, this is the second gap down in a row. This is gap down here, up, gap down here, up. Not really that healthy of price action. We see that we have some major support on the weekly time frame that we need to continue to watch, but it's just weird action. So again, we'll continue to watch that, and we'll continue to go and use our levels to make sure that we're watching this crazy market. Though it is what it is, and we have to make sure that we have price levels and respecting both sides of the fence. So again, like I said, I'll be putting together, I'm getting a website formulated so I can get some proper landing page for all this information. And also, again, if you're not on the newsletter, please send me, and you can see the quality of information that I'm sending out to people that are, and again, it's free. So take care, and we'll continue to trade this crazy market.